Good morning, beautiful people. It is 10:55 a.m. on 8/27/2013. It's a little bit cooler than it has been this morning. Not by much, but good enough to where I'll come outside and do a video this morning. I'm still going to sit in the shade instead of the direct heat. Oh, man, weren't those energies of the 8:25 and the Stargate and planetary Merkaba really wonderful? That was pretty amazing. And every time we do this, we're increasing the energies, the frequency, the light upon the planet. And that's kind of what I want to say about today's video. There was a lot of discussion with a message that someone had posted on why I'm not a light worker. Just before the planetary Merkaba, when so many of us could really be affected. You know, I didn't think about all the ants and everything else down here, so I guess I got to deal with them now. That message came out with such timing, right at a time where it could misdirect the focus of so many people who hold the energies of their intent. They could question themselves. And a lot of times as we have global activations, this tends to happen. Is it planned? I don't know. It could be. It could be for our own individual mastery. What do we truly choose to be? What do we truly choose to do? Where do we focus our energies? This person had said that these are the reasons for their not being a light worker, and when you go to their site, it was all this a whole lot of duality stuff. But I have to say, everybody is a light worker. Light is nothing more than energy. And buzz, right at that time, come on AC. Light is nothing more than energy. Just like that AC turning on over there. Light is a slowed and different frequency of love. Love is all that is. Love is even in the darkness. It's even in the duality. When you understand polarities, it has to be. And I feel that so many persons that are now directing their focus on why they're not a light worker are focusing on the polarities, which to go through your ascension process, you're bringing those extremes back to the oneness of self. We've all been light. We've all been dark. Those are the polarities. That's duality. That is 3 and 4D. What 5D is the wholeness, the merging of that good, bad, light, dark, heaven, hell, divine masculine, divine feminine, out of the egoic brain and into the heart. So really what I'm seeing with persons that are now debating this, because everything, there's a lot of people that got sidetracked because of that message, and it's caused a lot of stir. But what persons are missing is that polarity, and what 5D is the realization that we've all been light and dark. This was the experience. We chose to experience duality. Everything has polarity. There's just even thought. A thought that goes into manifestation has to have polarity. That's just how it is. We each when sacred geometry makes a point to, which is consciousness, the one, for consciousness to experience itself, it has to replicate and make another point. Polarity, duality. And what the duality experiment has been about was to separate ourselves from source and to adventure through the extremes of that polarity game. What Ascension is about is the bringing back of those polarities into the one. and recognizing our creator selves that we are. Everyone is a light worker, because you are, through your thoughts, through your emotions, where you're focusing your intent, you are manifesting your reality. You're manifesting that light. That light has to do with the light quotient within your field, how much light you have within your field, and how much focused intent you have on that divine thought, the vision, and either silently or openly into the air, speaking it out, the sound vibration, which is the manifestation of the creation, the desire that you have from your heart. So everybody's doing it. The question is, are they doing it consciously? Are they doing it and creating a very magical experience for themselves? Or are they creating their own hell on earth? And even hell, it's just an opposite, more extreme polarity of the heaven. Now, you can create a heaven on earth, and in doing that, you're really merging those polarities. You're bringing them back to center. You're empowering it with a much greater, higher vibration, purer vibration of love. And there's so many different ways of looking at what light is. But light is just energy. That's all it is. That's all we are. That's all consciousness is. Energy is the same, light, love, in different octaves of vibration that is slowed into this material world that we experience, that we have the gift of being here. It's interesting how a lot of persons are having a lot of problems within their lives, and they don't want to be on planet right now. They want to leave here, but they are creating their own experience. If you hold fear, you're going to see the world as a fearful place, and things will not manifest readily in your field. Or, yeah, they will. There you can manifest fear in the chaos and the crap and an uncomfortable experience. When you're sending out love, the higher, pure vibrations of love, and a higher light quotient, then you're going to experience something very, very magical. Things are just going to happen around you. And I just saw a dragonfly go by, and he just landed right in front of me, and beautiful, beautiful. And yesterday they were just all around me. I'm planting grapes. I've taken wild muscadine and scuppernine cuttings from very wonderful sources that I found in the wild, and I'm planting them on the fence lines all over the farm ranch here. And yesterday, while I was doing that, not only were my chicken ladies trying to help out by digging everything up I put in the ground, but they were helping fertilize it too. But I had dragonflies by the swarms. Man, there were just hundreds and hundreds just flying all around me. And it's really interesting to wake up this morning and see Lisa Gallis's post about September going to be a fast and furious change. That's the dragonfly totem, fast and furious. And oh man, the syncs are just absolutely amazing right now. We are all creating our realities through the light work that we're doing. Everybody on planet's a light worker. To say you're a dark worker, you're still a light worker. Light is just energy. It's just varying vibrations of energy. And if you don't like the existence that you're having right now, raise your frequency. Go out of here and into here and expand that light and love that you have within your field. And when you see everything as wonderful, then you're going to create more of that. Your experience on the outside is a reflection of what's going on the inside. If you feel wonderful and beautiful and you see the world as wonderful and beautiful, then that's going to be the experiences that you attract. Yes, there's a lot of crap going on this planet right now, but it's got to. It's got to, because it's got to dissolve. That's what ascension periods are all about. In the past, just like I said in my last video, we didn't have our mass ascensions in all the previous Earth cycles. When people did it together as groups before 2009, there was only 8,000 of us that had ever ascended total. So when you consider a mass ascension, there just wasn't that many persons that actually focused on and went through that process. This time is what's different. And this time, Mother Earth, the whole universe, everything is ascending. And there's a chance for the collective of humanity to consciously focus their light, focus their intent, and go through this process in a very smooth way and create something very new and magical on this side. We're not in 3D anymore, Toto. That's long gone. That door has been closed. Now, in 4D, you're still playing in your ego in your head. The question is, do you still choose to play in that duality? Do you still choose to have negative crap? Or are you going to choose to shift your consciousness into your heart, ascend? It's ascend by sliding down, and because this is your power center. The power center is not coming from the head. Yes, the head, it can hold a lot of focus, of energy, but when you activate your heart chakra and you truly start expanding your light, that light, what happens when you shift your consciousness from your head to your heart, and you're creating that desire and that dream of what feels good to you and what you love, what you wish to manifest, and you're doing that from your heart, then what happens is your brain is used like that computer that creates the hologram, the divine thought, divine vision, the sound. And it's those things, as we speak, as we hold on to those intents that you have within the head, that is what manifests the reality that you experience, that we experience. And it's just the understanding of how that manifestation, how the mechanics of the hologram works. You can do it consciously. You can do it unconsciously. The unawakened humanity is doing it unconsciously. Everybody is creating their reality. Everybody is creating their own experience. Ascension is becoming responsible for the creations that you put out there. And we're doing this as individuals. We're doing it as groups. We're doing it as a collective of humanity. And it's such a wonderful time to be alive. And I have to say, everyone is a light worker. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's just, we all choose to take different levels of responsibility or recognize how we're mastering our creations. And when you're doing it consciously, when you understand the process, you are doing it as a master of your own ascension process. You're ascending your mastery. You're mastering your ascension. You're becoming an ascended master, an ascending master, because it doesn't end. Like I said in my last video and so many other times before, before 1992, when the vibrations of Mother Earth were still in 3D, and someone had achieved 5D by shifting their consciousness from their head to the heart and going through their activation process, then you had to leave planet. As of 1992, as of opening the 1111 doorway and the Christ grid forming in February of 1992 around planet, the raising of the frequency of the planet had shifted so that we could go through our ascension process here and now. Many of those first persons that went through that process then, like Dr. Joshua Stone, they dropped body because the frequency of Mother Earth, there was so much clearing and cleansing that had to be done for Mother Earth, that by increasing your frequency, you were really channeling too much of that negativity out, and it formed diseases within the physical being. You've heard me many times speak of the 10 years of detox that I personally went through, with 2 years of that not being able to walk. And since 2009, if you look at pictures of me, I look about 20 years younger than I did in 2009. Going the other way. And I feel I'm going the other way. My body is healing. And that's because so many of us are lighting up. In 2009, we had to activate 8,000 persons on the planet, which was the critical mass number to start the domino effect, which was the square root of 1% of the planetary population. And by so doing, then more persons were holding that light, and the intensity that the individual person who had mastered their ascension but remained on planet, as they were channeling out the negativity, because you become a channel for the lower vibrations to come and out, up and out from Mother Earth, from history, from your own life, from the collective of humanity. As the frequencies increase in Mother Earth, because of the light that you're holding and the light that you're channeling as an antenna from that position of being an ascending master, it was coming through so few individuals before 2009 that it was really traumatizing to those individuals. In 2009, with the first wave of 8,000 persons, and then by 2012, having at Venus transit, having reached that critical 144,000 persons going through this process on planet, then we all share that responsibility of what's coming through our field equally. It's thinned out, and it's not so challenging as when it was fewer people back before 2009. And most of those persons that activated way back then, the persons that went in holding the highest light, that were really seeking it like I am, most of those guys dropped body. In fact, I don't know of anyone that activated before then that is still on planet right now. And those of us who are, we're actually growing much younger at this point. So it looks, so it feels. The birth dates that we were given in this lifetime. Hello, Red Wasp. Okay. The birth dates that we were given might say that we're much older, but by holding the vision of what we wish to manifest ourselves as, by the amount of light that we're holding in our field, we're clearing in. It's almost like we're stepping into our eternal bodies and going through that detox, raising that frequency, neutralizing the extremes of the polarities, holding the more love and holding the more light. Our bodies are healing. Our bodies are changing. And that's all part of the light. It is working light. It is working the energies. So anyway, back to the topic of this this video. I just get so lost in everything when I'm outside. I like watching all the ants and the wasps and the dragonflies and the birds and the bees and the trees and everything going on in the sky and the clouds, and I just have a blast with it. We're all light workers. There's no doubt about it. If you don't like that term light worker because you're thinking of it in polarity and duality, we're all energy workers. We're all creating it. We're all doing it. We're all responsible for our creations. If you don't like what is going on within your life, change it. And there's a lot of changes going on right now. There's some energies from a dear friend who I used to do energy work with years ago in my coming up to my own stepping into my mastery, who I feel again coming into my field, and her energies are wonderful. And boy, did I feel her this morning. That was pretty interesting. I think it was within her own morning meditation, because the timing synced with that perfectly. And there went the air conditioner again. Sign everywhere I sign. Oh, and it's a blowing my mind. And so anyway, sending love out to you, sister. And anyway, love you all. This is going to be a short video. Bye for now.